almost every time I come through on this game. And well, look at this, and oh, look at that. So good. Hello lads, and welcome to Wii Bowling 2018, the game where your car is a ball and everyone else's car is a pin. Now, I'm going to be a KFC delivery driver today, bringing everyone's favourite Colonel chicken with gravy. Now, I'm going to try and go up the middle here, but, well, we know how that's going to end, don't we? Just going to get a little bit turned in on and go for a nice little hard flip to 360, pop shove it, and then a kick flip all in one jump. Tony Hawk, well, Tony Hawk couldn't do that because, well, he doesn't really flip his board, does he? So, let's see what we can do from gaining a few positions from the back. The answer is going to be not a lot. This race wasn't particularly good, so it's pretty heavily edited. This was my first race in the 911 GT3 04 edition, so I was getting used to the car a bit, and I did pretty quickly learn that if you shift down too much, it causes the wheels to spin and for you to lose control. Having a look around the outside of this C4 here, but well, he must have like 0.001 megabytes a second download speed because he's glitching all over the place. I can't really tell where he is, which makes it pretty difficult to make a pass, doesn't it? But we have managed to get round him. You know, if you see someone glitching about and you want to try and get past, just give as much space as possible, which is what you should really do for any overtake on this game, because, you know, people do struggle to hold their line. Now this RS2000, sorry, no, just S2000, not RS. The S2000 is going to cause everyone a bit of problems here. He really wants to get that strike, and I kind of turned in on him a bit there, so I back out. But he didn't get the strike, so he went to make the spare, and he has made the spare, ladies and gentlemen. He should get the Brunswick Cup. I've been knocked off. Just take a little bit of contact, and that guy is going to drive off, you know, that mission complete for him. But he is still in our sight, so not too bad. Even with ramming me off, he didn't really manage to gain too much time. So looking up the outside of one of the sketchiest drivers on the track. So I tried to take a deep line here, just to get away from him as much as possible. We see his proximity arrow go flying off. We have a back marker here. Is it back marker? Oh no, it's not. Just another position. Nice and easy one. So around him. Pretty much any curb you touch in this car unsettles the car, so you've got to be really, really careful. I'm gonna chuck one up the inside. Gonna go a little deep, but we do manage to keep the position just about. And well, what's his name? This is Houdini. He did do very well to not make contact with me there. So we're back with this Alpha. Then chuck one up the inside. And the BMW punted me off earlier, has punted himself off, which is pretty good. So that is the end of that race. Coming from the back to, well, top 10, you know, first race in this car, just getting to grips with it. Not too bad. Not going to check the lap times because they were pretty abysmal. So, how's this one going to end? Starting from P7, I'm going to pull off because, well, you know, there is a corner coming up, you know, a whole corner. Don't really want to be involved in bowling. I don't want to become a pin. And, well, there's only one guy who drove himself off into the tyre wall on the right there. So congratulations to everyone. Now, I don't know if you saw my last video, but I did say there is normally a problem coming through these S's almost every time I come through on this game. And, well, look at this. Look at this. And, oh, look at that. Look at that, boys. Not even any Homer Simpson on that one. So this curb unsettles my car pretty much every time I go over it, taking too much of it to be honest. But it's all right this lap. So I thought we were going straight there, but we're not. We're taking this short configuration, which isn't my favourite. I do like to do the whole track, as I do with pretty much every track, apart from VIR, because, well, I've seen more than enough of that track to last me a lifetime. Right now, I'd be pretty happy if they just completely removed it from the game. I think I've done Nürburgring once the whole time I've had this game. Not that it's my favourite track or anything, it's just, you know, I'd like to a bit more of it. So I get on the brakes a little bit late for turn 1 there. Now we're up into P8, let's see how we can take the S's. There shouldn't be too much carnage this time round, because there isn't too many of us. And it does look like everyone has actually made it through. I don't see any smoke up ahead. So let's see what we can do about reeling this little pack ahead in. The tune on this car, it pretty much was a all-round okay tune. Like I said, I took too much of that curb and it has just sent me a bit wobbly. Really can't, you've got to do your best to not touch pretty much every curb in the game in this car. This one's okay, you're normally on it by the time you're going in a straight line. So we're getting a run on this Testarossa, don't know how you want to say it. He goes flying off though, almost collects me. Now we've got this dodgy S2000 guy again, I think it's the same guy from the last race. Dr. Meisterschaft, nice name. Assuming he has quite the opposite to Meisterschaft, probably a micro shaft, I don't know. So, well, these guys, well, the RX-7 is going to get a very poor run. I'm going to give the S2000 a little nudge because, you know, a bit of bump drafting, and the RX-7's just going to collect me. It's going to give me a little clip, and that is going to completely lose all my momentum for this straight. Really annoying when that happens before a long straight. Now we've got Marky in this absolute bantermobile here. Don't know what it's called. I'm guessing it's called something like a Roosevelt 1890 or something. No idea. Gonna have an old name though, innit? Or maybe the first ever Ford. Well, no, Ford Mark 1. No idea. If it was one of them, it'd only be doing 10 miles an hour though, so it's not one of them. So skipping forward to the curb that I take too much of again. Curbs are alright normally as long as you haven't got your foot on the accelerator at all. But I play this game on a PS3 controller, so it'll be my finger on the accelerator. Yeah, still do need to get my Xbox controller ordered so I can use manual with clutch. So that's all that happened that race. That's going to be a P5. Crossing the line, not too bad considering we were dead last and gave everyone a little bit of a chance to get away. So Prague, I do like this layout of Prague. I think I prefer this to the full layout actually. Letting everyone go past again, down into dead last. Let's see if we can deliver some goods in our KFC delivery driver car. And I could not see him until the last second when the smoke finally disappeared. There's plenty of carnage going on here. I'm not really sure where to go. I don't know why that Elise was turning across the track. It's supposed to be going in a straight line along here. I do the same thing after getting a massive kick of oversteer. So we could have capitalised on a lot of positions there, but we didn't. Barely gained any out of the carnage and mayhem. Oh, someone just sneezed on the mic. Bless you. I know I should turn off the other drivers on their microphones because, you know, half the time they leave their TVs on or whatever and it's bloody annoying. Bunch of noobs. But I do like to keep it on just in case we can record, you know, a good argument. I do like a good argument between a rammer and a victim. Oh, that guy goes out just in time, thank God. So that is P11 within, well, we've gained 7 positions in 1 lap. But the leader of the race, he's already 2,500 feet away. So I think we can wave goodbye to a P1 in this race. This car really does not like it when you trail brake. So braking when you're turning is a bit of a no-go in this car. As you can, well, pretty much every time I even turn the car, I'm getting a bit of wheel lock on the outside wheel. Pretty much every time. Hopefully it's Bentley. Is he going to back out, or am I going to have to back out? Oh, he's going to back out. He's going to let me take the inside. And is there carnage around the corner? There's tyres everywhere, but no. Looks like everyone has got through. So we are into top 10 here. Oh, I'll take a terrible line through the final corner though. It's alright, we are on the back of P9 here. Ploddy is plodding along, but it looks like, well, I can't really tell if he's getting away from me or not. It's netcode. Netcode, lag, glitching everywhere. Oh, and he's going to drive himself into the wall, isn't he? So that's a free position. Another guy's hit the wall. That's another free position. P8, guys. Yes, lads. Yes, boys. So, taking that double apex, hitting it relatively nicely. Getting a bit of understeer on the way out. Nothing too dramatic, though. All in all, this is going pretty well so far. But there is a... Oh, I just turned in a little too early. Don't lose too much time from that, though. Oh, wow. Through the chicane's okay again. That was pretty hairy stuff, though, wasn't it? Pretty hairy stuff. We are closing in on this pack of 4. So, well, P4 could be on here. Wait, 5, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Yeah, P4. If we get all these guys done, it is... well, it's possible. It's not the most impossible thing I've ever tried to achieve in my life. Oh, just getting a bit of oversteer. Not going to get the best run out of that S chicane. Someone's completely lost it and is facing the wrong way. Oh, there's plenty more contact up here though. 2 guys spinning off to the right. We're back on. We're onto the back of the shaft here, chasing down the shaft. I'd rather be behind the shaft than in front of the shaft. So coming through this complex, this double chicane again. Now we're hooking it up very nicely here. It looks like we've got a solid deal, and he's just going to clip the wall and come into the front of me. Mr. Shaft has come into the front of me, and well, that's going to lose us P6. Not sure what that car is. I think that's a classic Corvette that's just done us there. Not 100% sure on that. Couldn't see the side of it, just the back. So we're going to have to try and do something about Cyberman again on the final lap. I'm going to have a look up the inside here, try and spook him. But this car's just so hard to deal with when you're... Oh, mate, he just turns into me. He just turns into me. That was my line. I'm pretty sure that is a classic Corvette too. Now I can see the side of it. It's got that unforgettable, I don't know, whatever that is, little white bit. Well, we've finally done Cyberman cleanly as well. But is Meisterschaft... Oh, we're just going to take a punt there though. We do manage to keep the position, and whoever that was, Cyberman, he's collected himself. I don't actually think that was Cyberman who hit the wall. Kind of looked like an RX-7. But unfortunately, that is not going to be enough for us to get P5. So we're going to cross the line in 6th position, and that is going to draw a close to this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Setting a very good lap time though. We're only 1/10 off the leader in a Maserati. So thank you very much for watching the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you did. I will see you in the next one. goodbye for now.